Wow. Hello, Cambodia team. Heading off in March. My name is Millie, and together with my gorgeous team here, Zoe, who you will have met on email millions of times, have planned this trip to Cambodia with Peter, Brian, and Ra, who I will explain who they are later, over in Cambodia. I went to Cambodia 2 years ago and started setting this up. And I am so excited that you are our first group to Cambodia in 2 years. And I just, from what I've seen, from the people I met, you're in for a treat. And what is so special is is you are going to meet the real people of Cambodia and get under the skin of it and really understand their amazing culture and the hardship, which the resilience of these people is absolutely incredible. And you will learn about that from their really, really terrible history. You know that the population is young, the population is determined to look after the upcoming young who are don't have a lot of people don't still have water or an education, and they are a driven culture to really turn themselves around, and you're going to be part of that through this 4 week experience. So the aim of today is to get you organized and to kind of match expectations so you know what to pack, what's coming, and you fly. Okay? So interactive, stick your hand up, get my attention. Otherwise, you can imagine, you've got used to it. I love to waffle. So hurry me along. We're going to discuss flights, itinerary, what to pack, money, Wi-Fi, all that jazz. Okay? So starting with your flights, let me just get the team flights. There are 6 of you. Okay, so you are going to Vietnam, arrival. So Delilah, you are currently in Thailand and
Yeah.
you are flying in. So the arrival time, you're going to coordinate with everybody, correct?
Yeah, so I'm going on the same flight from Bangkok to Siem Reap with the
Perfect.
whole group. So
Okay.
all fits in.
Okay. Now, team, I'm telling so Delilah, you will have bags of time to
Yeah.
navigate Thailand Bangkok airport, which is massive. Okay.
Yeah.
The rest of you, I'm telling you now, I've done this route. You're gonna get off that plane and you are going to, before you get off the plane, you're going to ask the air hostess, when you get off the plane, which direction are you going to find the connection? And you are going to run. Okay. Now
Mm-hmm.
you've got an hour and a half to 2 hours to connect to your connecting flight, and it will be fine. You're booked in the whole way through. Your luggage will go through. But when you get to you come out, you turn right, and you run down this. Bangkok airport is just big. So what I'm saying is, don't dilly dally. Get your skates on, and if you see a queue like I did to go through another part of the airport where you've got to get your hand luggage and your passport checked, and there's a queue going up the escalator, you ought to say, "Excuse me, everybody, excuse me, get out the way. I'm going to miss my connection." Okay, so be bullish and just weave your way through and to get through that next check. Okay. If for some weird reason you don't make your connection, you are not to panic. You are to go to the airline desk. They'll put you up in a hotel for the night because it is their responsibility, and you'll be put on the flight later that day or the following morning. So no one is to panic. All right. That it's very easy, but you will get on that connection. But my message is don't dilly dally. All right. So, when you get to Heathrow Airport, for all of you, just check yourselves in and meet the other side. Zoe's going to set up a WhatsApp group. So, if she hasn't already, so you can start chatting and just meet in a cafe beyond passport control. Okay. Thai Airways, really nice. Really, really lovely airline, great food, really lovely service, and comfy. So you will be good. Much better than British Airways, let me tell you. Um, okay, so that's getting there. On arrival at Siem Reap, you will be picked up by, you will come out and you will see a lovely sign saying the leap, and there will be your wonderful guide called Ra, who is going to look after you, okay, for the next 4 weeks. He is fabulous. He's local Cambodian, but speaks brilliant English. We've worked with him and See Asia Differently, who are our partners over there, well, he's worked for them for years. He's much loved. He's cheeky. He's humorous. And you will have a really good time. Now, in the office, you've got the gorgeous Brian. Now, he is Cambodian. I don't know why he's called Brian. He can't remember why he's called Brian, but he is. And you will also meet him because he's very involved with all the projects and their team. Anyway, Ra's going to pick you up and take you to your hotel where you'll meet Brian, and they will give you all the induction and get you settled in to Siem Reap, which is my favorite city in the whole of Asia. It is small, the buildings are low, it's got a river meandering through it, it's got a really nice vibe. Think boulevards, think lovely avenues of trees, beautiful trees, tuk-tuks everywhere, but it has a really friendly vibe, cozy, it's safe. I just love it. Absolutely love it. And where you're staying, which is an extremely nice place, is 2 minutes walk from Pub Street. Now, Pub Street it's in the kind of center of it's this one particular street, which is probably no bigger than Marlborough High Street, but it's got all the kind of music, kind of random stuff. It's where all the travelers go, and it comes alive at night time. So it's fun. But surrounding that, you've got gorgeous markets, gorgeous shops, cafes, and everything else. So you're in the best location. And that's going to be your home. Unpack for 2 weeks. So within this 2 weeks, what are you going to be doing? Well, you're going to be doing a lot of a combination of sightseeing and getting involved in some 1, 2, 3 projects, all of which are handpicked and supported by See Asia Differently. And they are all resonated by young people determined to make the younger generation educated, have water, and, joining this kind of revolution of progress. So you will see throughout Siem Reap social enterprise everywhere. In the cafes that you go to, Ra will take you to the groovy cafes, which are social enterprises, where they're teaching all the young, to be waitresses. So they're learning kind of English. They've got what else? There's one other restaurant, cafe that I went to. They're all kind of groovy traveler cafes, but everything in there is for sale, supporting local people who make beautiful woven bags, stuff out of flip-flops and tires. So you're going to be really immersed into this creative, generational projects of progress. So Brian is particularly involved in the Sunday reading exercise. So he set that up. That's just a wonderful charity. So you'll love that. You've got the ABC's Rice, where you're going to do 3-4 consecutive days. I'm going to send you your day-to-day itinerary after this talk. ABC's where you're going to get involved in development and education with the kids. You're going to meet some of the students from the secondary school who want to do a cultural exchange with you and learn, practice their English and learn about your world, and you can learn about their culture. So it's all very immersive. But interwoven into this 2 weeks, you're going to be taken on a cookery course. You're going to be taken to a t-shirt printing enterprise. You're going to be taken cycling through the paddy fields just outside. You're going to be taken to there's that wonderful place. God, what's it called? I'm having it where they all live on the water. I'm having a brain smash. You're going to think I'm absolutely mad. The floating villages. Yeah, honestly, it's that simple. I totally forgot. Anyway, the floating villages. So you've got a mix of project work, mix of adventure, and then the evenings you are free to chill, go out, be taken to local restaurants, you'll be taken to it's not expensive to eat out there. So you've got breakfast and lunch, which is all included, and then suppers are not, some of the meals are, but most aren't, so that you got that freedom. Just go where you like. But please be careful eating the street food. Don't tell me. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay? If you, that is to be avoided. It looks delicious, but it always has, bad results. Within 12 hours, you'll know you just sampled a little bit too much street food. Okay? So that is your Siem Reap phase. You're then going to move inland for your jungle phase. First of all, you're going to go to Kratie to go on the Mekong River and pretend you're in some Vietnam movie. You're going to weave your way up to go and find the really elusive dolphins. You're then going to go further into the jungle for a couple of nights to stay in a local villager's house. We're talking house on stilts, mosquito net, very, very basic. This is, your jungle challenge. There you're going to meet the mahouts who are looking after rescued elephants, waterfalls, walking through the jungle. That's like, what a contrast. Then you're going to leave there and you're going to go down to Phnom Penh. Now, Phnom Penh, not my favorite place, but you've got to go. Okay. It's a big, bold city, sky rises. It's just like slightly overwhelming. It's one of those manic Asian cities. So you're going to be in and out of there very, very quickly. But it is worth going to see a couple of the temples there, the Queen's Palace, that is nice. But it's an entry point to drop straight down to see the killing fields the next day, which is moving. It's, everybody on the team was saying, do they really have to do this? And I've said, yes, you do. You have to go there because it will make you understand their culture. And their culture being, which they can't say the word no. They're the most humble, gorgeous culture that you will ever come across. So they'll say no, they will say yes, 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 even though they're nodding no, no, no. So it's very confusing. But going to the killing fields, you'll understand why they are how they are. Okay, it's really important that you go. So you get little headphones when you're there, and it's very easy. It probably just take you kind of 3 or 4 hours to walk around. You walk around, slowly, taking you through all the sites. Some are grueling, it's quite hard hitting. So 3 or 4 hours, and then you can come out, and opposite there's some cafes, and you can just go and get a smoothie and just chili beans if people are, taking more time in there. But also when you're there, you go and walk the far side of the lake. It's really nice. You don't go through all the grueling bits, and then there's a beautiful walk around the lake, and it's very atmospheric. Top tip, do that. Okay. Then you're going to go straight down to Kampot. Now, Kampot is traveler's heaven. Okay, it is this huge river, which it's just quite a cool place. It's got an amazing market in there. It's got some cool cafes. It's a bit like Siem Reap in that you've got all the kind of low French buildings and wide boulevard streets, but it's a bit shabby around the edges. You know, you can see this is waiting to be boomed, you know, and loads of people to kind of buy up these shop fronts and turn them into something beautiful. It's just on the cusp. So you're going to stay in this really this fun backpackers place. You're bound to meet other travelers there, right on the river. It's got everything that you need. Okay. And you're going to go on sunset cruises up and down into the pepper markets, lots and lots to do. And then you're going to be taken down one day down to Rabbit Island just to go to the beach. Now, people say, why aren't you going more to the beaches? You will see in Cambodia, the fundamental problem in Cambodia is their rubbish. There's rubbish everywhere, literally everywhere. In every ditch, you will see it is actually quite shocking. It is a proper problem. And the beaches for me, you just, you know, Rabbit Island might be fine. Some of the islands might be fine, but if when the winds are in the right direction, then the beaches get covered in plastic. That I don't rate them personally, but you know, but Rabbit Island will be nice. Campot, so much better. Just trust me on that one. Okay. So that is your plan. Then you'll go back to Phnom Penh, celebrate your fantastic achievement, and then go home or on traveling wherever you're going. So the rule of thumb, so what we've tried to curate for you is within that 4 weeks, you're going to have the culture, you're going to have the contribution, and you're going to have the challenge. The challenge being your jungle phase. It's going to be rough, sweaty, and wild. So you're only there for, what is it, 2, 3 nights? One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 to 5 nights. So will you just embrace it? Okay. You're going to be out of your comfort zone. You're going to be thinking, oh God, what was that? Did that move? What was that? Was that a lizard? What was that? You know, you are going to have those feelings. You are going to feel like, oh God, I'm so hot. I don't know what to do myself. Can I really hop in that river? It looks brown. Are there any kind of lurgies in there? But yes, you can hop in that river. You can cool off there. So the jungle is your challenge, but I know you can all do it. Okay. And you've got the gorgeous Ra who's with you to kind of bring joy and humor into the challenge. So you will be fine. Okay. So that is your itinerary. How does that sound? Any questions? Now's your time.
No, not
It
really.
sounds really good.
Does that sound good? Okay.
Really good.
How
Yeah.
does it, when I talk about the jungle, how are you feeling about that?
That sounds
Mm,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
but a bit nervous.
Which feels your favorite bit?
Jungle.
Yeah, I was going to say the jungle.
I, I think you will really love it.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Definitely
also, I
agree.
really want you to enjoy Siem Reap because it is, and you will really get into, you'll really find a good rhythm in Siem Reap. The little, you know, poke about, all the weaving in the little streets, because it's you just got to come across little groovy juice bars and it's really cool and the food is delicious. So just never eat in the same place twice. Keep exploring, keep going. Okay. The night market is awesome. And that's literally behind your hotel. That's really fun. Okay. And just when you're in Pub Street, you know, it is kind of neon and nasty. I went there with my group of my midlifers and we're just like, uh-oh, this is just like, oh, but it's actually quite good fun. But go with the flow. Okay. So that is your itinerary. Kit, what you're going to take. I'm telling you now, it's hot and it is sweaty, isn't it? You're in Thailand.
It
So
is boiling, trust me.
It is boiling.
Yeah.
So I really want you to take the thinnest clothes you can possibly find, okay? But also, when you're in the jungle, I really want you to take some long trousers and a long sleeve t-shirts or shirts. Now, do you know that material? And if you don't, you can get it all in the markets there. So really, actually, don't stress about it. You can buy it all in the markets for literally £2 or £3. But what you want to wear in the jungle are the really fine trousers with the elasticated bottom to the leg, so no creepy crawlies can fly up your leg. Okay? No mosquitoes, no flying bugs. So that's what you want, but also you really want to keep your shoulders covered when you're in the jungle because you're going to be sweating a lot. And if you've got lots of suntan lotion on, the sweat, it's just going to come off you and then you're going to burn. And a hat. We need hats, but again, you can buy that in the market. So hot, sweaty clothes to cope in the hot, sweaty temperatures. Okay? A little rucksack is really useful. If you've got a 20-litre style rucksack, again, you can buy it in the market if you haven't, but that is really good. And for when you're wandering around town in the evening, I want you to take something which never comes off your body. So I want you to take a crossbody bag that you think looks really cool and stylish so that you can wear all evening. Because if you put a bag down on the floor or on the table in all these places and you walk away, I promise it won't be there when you come back. Okay? So on your body. Those little Unigirlo side bags that cost about 12, 13 quid, little bag. Girls, you haven't got a problem. There's so many bags to kind of pick up when you're out there. But boys, can you think this through? You need something, okay? When it comes to telephones, well, you're in Asia, there's Wi-Fi everywhere. Literally everywhere. So I would recommend you get a local SIM card to chat to each other when you're out and about. But all the hotels, the only time you're not going to have Wi-Fi is in the jungle. But I bet you actually do. So because this is Asia and they are technically brilliantly advanced. So I would take out you get your local SIM card where you're there. If you have 2 telephones, really useful to take out. You have your all swinging and dancing telephone that everybody loves, that has got everything on it. But you've taken a backup phone, which you've nicked from the cupboard in your kitchen that's unloved, just in case you lose it or drop it in the ocean or leave it on the back of your bicycle. Okay? So you need, I would highly take 2 telephones and I would take two bank cards, a hard bank card like this, normal bank card, and your Revolut card, which is probably on your telephone. They do take, Apple Pay doesn't exist, but the Revolut does. If you've got a Revolut card, that's really good at the ATMs. But cash is king out there. They love cash, especially in the markets, but there's ATMs all over the place to get the local currency out. If you did pay in dollars, okay, this is one of their lovely little scams. You can pay everything in dollars, but then they'll give you the local currency in your change. And that's a real head tickler. And you'll get bamboozled. And that's a quick way to rip everybody off. Not that they, it's just especially when you're catching tuk-tuks and all of that, local currency is king. All right. Any questions so far? No. So when it comes to safety and communications, this really is for parents listening into this. It isn't a school trip, far from it. You've got complete freedom, in the evenings to go out and about. But we want you to be respectful to Ra and Brian, who are out for you and after you. So Ra will clearly, escort you, make sure you are going to the right restaurants in the evenings and, having a really full-on experience. And then take you back to the hotel. But if you want to stay out later, that's absolutely fine. You just get a tuk-tuk back. Okay, you've got to look after your own personal safety, especially in Siem Reap and Phnom Penh. Okay, you've got to look out for yourself and for each other, which is what the leap is all about. Yes, we've created this wonderful itinerary for you, but for me, it's all about the team experience and you guys, all 6 of you, looking out for each other. And the 6 of you will make or break this trip. If you're all positive, you all throw everything into it, humor, laughter, fun, kindness, my God, it will be the best 4 weeks of your life. So, and I've seen it happen time and time again. And I love small teams. And, for that very reason is that you become one very, very quickly. So I think you are in for a treat. That's all I can say. Okay. But when it comes to safety, if you are feeling out of sorts, if you've got a dodgy tummy, these are the typical things that you're going to come across: dodgy tummy, dehydration, and infected, mozzie bites. Okay. If you get a dodgy tummy, you're to sit tight and drink loads of water, but I would also be drinking loads of flat, full-fat Coca-Cola. Top tip, works wonders. Or black tea with lots of sugar in it. Only time you actually, can really indulge and drink masses of Coke. But that's really good for getting your energy levels back up. A nutritionist might say I'm mad, but I've done it myself many a time over the years. It works wonders. If you can, take some rehydration tablets. You get them from all over the place, and I would just be having one every day in my water bottle. It just really lifts your energy because you are going to sweat a lot. So until your body acclimatizes, you're going to be sweating excessively, dehydrated, and signs of dehydration: headaches, joint ache, feeling a bit fluey, just feeling a bit tired, just a bit off. So if you have any of those symptoms, remind each other, drink hydration salts. Okay, get those down your neck. Now, infected bites, that can go wrong very, very quickly out in the tropics. So please really try not to scratch your insect bites. In Siem Reap, I didn't get bitten once. In the jungle, yes. At the beach, yes. But just cover up at night, wear long trousers, spray the mozzie spray, and just be responsible when it comes to that. If you see a bite get infected, you tell Ra and you go straight to the chemist. There's chemists everywhere, and you get some skin antibiotics. There's nothing else you can do. You need to action it fast. So parents, if anyone has dehydration or dodgy tummy or, simple thing, vomiting, we won't immediately be in contact with parents because you will be in contact, but just know that we know, and our guides are doing everything on the ground to ease the situation. We will be in contact with you when we need your kind of help to make the decisions and to move anything forward. So rule of thumb, no news, parents, is good news. Okay? We're letting them roll, letting this adventure unfold, but just know that we are in the background. We know everything. So that is all I wanted to say with that. So any questions before we hang up? No? All good? Okay. Your visa. Have you all got your Cambodian visas?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. When you arrive at Phnom Penh, okay, there are two queues. Just be mindful. You come down these big stairs and it's a big square. and you start queuing with everybody else because you think I've got to queue with everybody else, and then you suddenly realize, oh, I don't need to be queuing here. These people are queuing for the visas that I have. Okay, so just read, ask about all the signs will be in local Cambodian, but ask about what they all mean and which channel you need to go through. Okay, so that's great that you've all got it. Okie dokes. So have a good trip. Lucky old you. Send my love to Siem Reap and all those wonderful cafes. Girls, shopping crazy. The markets are amazing. Just saying. Boys, you might be interested too. Cool shirts and things, but jewelry, honestly, it's girl heaven. Okay. So before you go, any questions, give us a call here. I will send you a copy of this recording with your itinerary. Even if you don't read it, it doesn't matter because Ra and Brian will give you a kind of day-to-day, what you need every evening, what you need for the following day. So you can just switch off and just go with the flow. Okie dokes.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Goodbye, all.
Bye.
Have fun.